back again in the municipal office premises, along with the new office bearers of the Meghalaya and Greater Shillong Progressive Hawkers and Street Vendors Association. Now our president is Kong Latharam Banyang, General Secretary Kong Theresa Karsinte, and Assistant Secretary is Shane Thaba. We're here with our hawker friends who have till date not been able to vend for more than 2.5 months because they have not been given a certificate of vending or COV. As you all know, from the very beginning, we had said that let us not shift people till everybody gets, because we knew that this will happen. That once they give to some people, they will delay and drag their feet for the others who actually are eligible vendors, who have been vending for years, more than a decade. But because of, clerical thing, errors, because of some silly thing, their names were not there on that first list of getting this year. Now, as you know, they took things so lightly. We had to have a dharna here to even demand a PTVC meeting. Then we finally got a PTVC meeting, and that meeting resolved to have a subcommittee to look at those people who are still outside the purview of having got a COV. Now that the subcommittee sat on the 22nd of August. And if you remember, even during that subcommittee there were issues. The first thing was the list of people who they called, the people who they called for appearing in that subcommittee meeting. Actually, all of these things should be in the public domain so that it'll be easy for people to know that we have to go. Sometimes if they don't know, they don't come, then again they'll be not on the list and find themselves not getting the COV. They published a list on the 15th of August, which was a holiday, in 2 newspapers. So people couldn't get newspapers because most of the places were shut. And yet we managed from the organization to individually call people and tell them to come. Now, in the actual day of the subcommittee meeting, the list which was published and the list which they were using, there were 2 different lists. We questioned this. We said, how come almost close to 100 names have appeared in the non-published list? And the reply was that, after 15th August, many people came to apply. Now, who are these people who came to apply? And how is it that it was entertained without even intimating or even discussing this in the TVC? Anyway, from the beginning, for us, the interest is that people who are eligible, people who have no other means of livelihood, that is our priority right now, that they need to be given the COV. So anyway, that 22nd August subcommittee meeting happened, and they've generated lists again from there. People who are recommended, not recommended, and supposedly absent. In a PTVC, they presented these lists to us, and we said we cannot immediately decide now. We have to take these lists back to our people and verify them again. And sadly, once again, the lists had so many errors. People who were present were marked absent. People who were surveyed were marked not surveyed. People who have never been vending in their lives, we noticed that there were 5-6 names who obviously were relatives of an office bearer of that other organization. They featured there. When did they apply and why were they even considered in the recommended list? They have never even been surveyed. And here are genuine hawkers who have been captured in the survey, who have not been given COVs. Some of them still find their names in the not recommended list, and those who are in the recommended list also, till today, after we have verified and given the list again here, have not been given the COV. And I'll tell you further, give you statistics, because that is, it's important. There are about 17 people who have been recommended who are not surveyed. 6 of these are people whose names have come after the list was published. Now, one of these supposedly has even started sitting there with a COV, whereas many have not got. So the question arises, why is there these arbitrary action? Who is responsible?